Xiao Gij, are you all right? A few minutes later, Xun'er and Xiao successfully reunited, and Xun'er immediately became lively, like a playful little spirit, bouncing around Xiao. When she saw the alchemist's insignia on Xiao chest, her face was full of smiles. Why does this fairy sister seem so different from before? Yao Shigui couldn't help but mutter as he watched Xun'er's behavior. However, if he had known about the outcome of Xun'er and the others, he would probably have had a different expression. Let's go. We'll head back to our residence. In a few days, the rare auction in Peking City will take place. It will be the last event before the Yao clan's grand ceremony. We should go take a look, Xiao said with a casual smile. With that, the three of them slowly left the Alchemist Association and made their way to the residence under Yao Shigui's lead. However, just as Xiao left, news of his actions was quickly transmitted to the higher-ups of the Yao clan by elderphone. This triggered a moment of contemplation, but due to Xiao unknown status and the Yao clan being preoccupied with preparations for their grand ceremony, they didn't have the time or resources to meet with Xiao. Moreover, Lu Hao, with the backing of an extremely terrifying force from the Holy See, had split into two teams. One team was tasked with exterminating the remnants of the Soul Hall, while the other headed towards this location. Although they couldn't enter the spirit-concealing mountain range due to their connections with the Yao clan, the vast mountain range was already surrounded by them. With the support of Xun'er from the CS sect as an insider, Lu Hao wasn't in a hurry. After all, the remaining steps were just a matter of time. At Xiao residence in Peking City. Originally, Xiao and the others, under Yao Shigui's guidance, were heading to their assigned residence. After Xiao revealed his alchemist insignia, the three were assigned a residence with an area of about 100 square meters. It was fully equipped with all the necessary provisions, and there were several maids to attend to them. Such an arrangement was truly enviable, and passers-by could only silently click their tongues, as the status of a 6th-grade immortal-class alchemist was enough to shake even the majority of strong cultivators. With 5 days left until the auction, Xiao spent the days preparing the necessary funds. It was clear that the items being auctioned by the Yao clan were of unparalleled rarity, so the amount of money needed wasn't as simple as counting gold coins. Many of the items were exchanged for other valuable items. However, after searching through his belongings, Xiao eyes darkened, realizing that he had very few things of value to offer. Thus, he planned to attend the auction more with the intention of observing than actually bidding. As for Xun'er, she had been teaching Yao Shigui some daily life skills. The young man was quite intelligent, which made Xun'er very fond of him. Thanks to Xiao and Xun'er's kindness, Yao Shigui felt their genuine care for him, and gradually, some of his secrets began to surface. On the third night, Xiao Gij, I've noticed that Yao Shigui hasn't shown any changes in the past few days. Do you think you're worrying too much? Xun'er had just pushed open the door to Xiao room and gently spoke. In these past few days, Xun'er hadn't disturbed Xiao much. Since moving into the residence, Xiao had instructed that Yao Shigui be carefully monitored, as the boy seemed to worry Xiao a great deal. I've carefully examined the Imperial Flame Ring, but found nothing. However, I believe this guy has many secrets within him. We can't wait until he's fully grown. I'm afraid something might happen. We need to make sure he consumes that pill ahead of time, Xiao said. But won't that cause any side effects? Xun'er asked, clearly puzzled. It won't. We'll find a time today or tomorrow, Xiao replied. Knock, knock, knock. Just as Xiao finished speaking, there was a knock at the door. Yes? Hearing the knock, Xiao and Xun'er exchanged a glance, and a sharp killing intent emerged. Although they were in Peking City, they couldn't rule out the possibility of someone ill-intentioned acting in secret. Big brother, fairy sister, it's me. Yao Shigui's voice sounded from outside the door, his face pale and weak, beads of cold sweat forming on his forehead, and even the corners of his mouth had turned a purple hue. What's going on? Xiao pushed open the door, frowning as he looked at Yao Shigui's condition. He immediately grabbed Yao Shigui's wrist and sent a steady stream of do qi into his body. Using his soul power, he probed for abnormalities, but found nothing. However, Xiao do qi did not alleviate Yao Shigui's condition. Instead, it seemed to have worsened. His soul power also yielded no results. "Big brother, fairy sister, this is an old ailment of mine. Come, I'll take you to a place," Yao Shigui said, his body trembling as he struggled to say a few words. "Let's go." Xiao and Xun'er exchanged a glance before they helped Yao Shigui out of the residence. The hidden passage is extremely narrow, and the cobwebs inside show clear signs of age. According to Xiao's investigation, there seems to be a faint trace of medicinal energy from Yao Shigui already lingering in the passage, but no other presence can be detected. This secret passage should be known only to Yao Shigui. Where is this place? About an hour later, guided by Yao Shigui, Xiao and Xun'er left Pilking City and arrived at a rather strange location. As they emerged from the secret passage, they found themselves standing at the peak of a mountain, where mist swirled around the summit. A bronze statue slowly stood at the top, resembling an elderly alchemist with both hands forming cultivation seals, his gaze and full attention fixed on a medicinal cauldron not far from the statue. Surrounding the bronze statue and the rock-shaped medicinal cauldron was an ancient green wave pattern, resembling an array, perfectly enclosing the area with a mysterious and ancient aura. "What is this?" Xiao couldn't help but murmur. "Big brother, fairy sister, this is the peak of a mountain in the spirit-concealing mountain range." Yao Shigui's frail form spoke slowly, still ill. "As for what this is, I don't know, but there's a voice in my mind calling me to come here. Let's go in." Xiao looked around, confirming that no suspicious individuals were nearby. He led Yao Shigui and Xun'er onto the flat area at the peak. As soon as they stepped onto the ground, Yao Shigui's condition suddenly improved. At the same time, a rare green energy slowly leaked out from his body and was absorbed by the bronze statue nearby. This hidden peak in the spirit-concealing mountain range was a flat area about a few hundred meters in size. The bronze statue and the green medicinal cauldron exuded endless mystery, and the area was completely sealed off by a terrifying array, isolating it from the outside world. The rare life energy in the air was so vibrant that it sent a jolt through their spirits. It seems like the tomb of a powerful member of the Yao clan," Xun'er murmured, her delicate figure standing tall and graceful, her skin as fair as snow. The vibrant green energy surrounding them made her look almost sacred, her beautiful eyes constantly darting about, studying the peak shrouded by the array. But every powerful member of an ancient clan, upon passing away, is sent to the clan's tomb by their fellow strong members. They don't remain in the outside world. This is really strange. This is a secret place only I know, Yao Shigui continued, his frail body showing signs of improvement. "Since I was a child, I have been sickly, but no matter what illness I have, once I come here, I am cured. There's always been a voice in my mind telling me that the secret is hidden within the statue, in the medicinal cauldron. Unfortunately, my strength is too weak to open it. Big brother, fairy sister, please help me." Yao Shigui's eyes widened as he finally revealed the secret he'd been hiding for so long. Over the past few days, he'd found a faint sense of kinship with the two of them, which is why he decided to share his long-held secret. "Don't worry, big sister and big brother will help you," Xun'er said gently. "Step back a bit, let me take a look." Xiao's gaze locked onto the bronze statue, and he walked forward. When he reached the statue, there was nothing unusual at first. The statue was intricately sculpted, with no flaws to be found. Boom! A sound echoed as Xiao summoned amber-colored flames, easily enveloping the statue. Crack, crack. The once still statue began to tremble, and pieces of copper slowly broke off and fell away. Snap! With a loud crack, the statue shattered, revealing a dark passage beneath it. It seemed to lead somewhere mysterious. "What is this?" Xiao was taken aback. "This is exactly like the dream I had," Yao Shigui exclaimed, his eyes widening with surprise. "Follow me." At that moment, Yao Shigui seemed to remember something, excitedly leaping into the dark passage below. The scene unfolding before them was identical to the dreams Yao Shigui had often had, though the dream was unclear and didn't mention the dark passage below the statue, which is why Yao Shigui was so eager. Yao Shigui refused to believe that his parents had died. He always felt that there was something more to the story, that the secret was hidden below. Without hesitation, he rushed straight into the passage. "Stay close and be careful of the dangers below." Xiao nodded and followed with Xun'er. His spiritual sense vaguely detected a terrifying energy below. The level of this energy was certainly comparable to an 8-star Do Xian, perhaps even on par with Xun'er. Xun'er led the way while Xiao stayed behind, his gaze constantly scanning their surroundings. Xiao suppressed his aura, and even his breathing became incredibly light. His footsteps slowed as he walked towards the hidden passage below. The passage beneath the copper statue was clearly a vast cave. Inside, dust covered the ground, and weeds grew thickly, showing signs of many years of neglect. However, this allowed Xiao to deduce that whatever lay below was likely preserved in an incredibly intact state. Such a strange place. There's a strong life force around here. Even the weeds are unusually thick. They must be absorbing some of the years, and soon, they might transform into spirit-gathering formations, Xun'er remarked as she followed Yao Shigui through the cave, wandering from one narrow path to another. After crossing several winding tunnels, a relatively wide valley appeared before them. At the center of the cave, there was an uncommon small valley, the air thick with the atmosphere of layers upon layers of clouds, giving the place an eerie vibe. Lush trees and dense weeds surrounded them, exuding a peculiar aura. Above the valley, a grayish light orb flickered slightly. Each time it flashed, a tremendous surge of vitality erupted, as if it were the treasure of this place. "Stop! There's definitely something strange here." As soon as they entered, Xiao noticed the sudden drop in temperature. Immediately, a chilling aura surged around him. Unable to suppress his instincts, he shouted at Yao Shigui. "Crack!" Despite Xiao warning, Yao Shigui seemed to have lost his senses. Ignoring the hidden dangers, he continued to move towards the grayish orb suspended above the cloud layers in the valley. "Xiao brother." Xun'er cast a concerned glance, instinctively sensing the oddness of the situation. "Protect him." Xiao body moved like a ghost, the space around him suddenly rippling as he disappeared into the void. When he reappeared, he was already by Yao Shigui's side. With a swift motion, he knocked him unconscious and carried him back. Crack, crack. It seemed as though Xiao and Yao Shigui's actions had disturbed some terrifying beast. The whole valley echoed with the howls of ominous and strange magical beasts. In that instant, every tree, weed, and even the dirt in the valley lay still, as if they were awaiting the awakening of some dreadful creature. The entire valley plunged into total darkness, and Xiao could no longer see his hand in front of his face. "Move quickly, let's get out of here." Feeling the intense, oppressive wind, Xiao immediately turned and roared at Xun'er. It was best not to provoke anything before understanding the situation fully. "All the paths are blocked. It will take a minute to break the seal." Xun'er, with a vigilant expression, replied. "This seems to be a test," Xiao muttered as he shook his head. His body suddenly radiated with brilliance, and amber flames slowly rose from him, illuminating the dark valley. In the center of the valley, the edges of the swirling clouds revealed a massive silver creature, standing tall at several dozen meters. Its enormous beastly eyes gleamed with disdain and a murderous intent, making Xiao and Xun'er shiver. Their hairs stood on end, as if facing a great enemy. It was a magical beast, covered in thick silver fur, exuding an overwhelming pressure and strength. Its heavy breaths even stirred up some dust in the air. Staring into its deep, dark eyes, the creature looked almost human in shape. With well-formed limbs, hands, feet, eyes, and nose, it was difficult to tell the difference from a human, if not for the silver fur covering its entire body. "What is this? A titan giant from the Three Titans?" Xiao stared at the creature, surprised. From the thick aura it emitted, Xiao recognized the presence of a titan mammoth, similar to the one he encountered during his alchemist evaluation. Having already encountered the titan mammoth and the titan giant in the Yao clan, Xiao didn't believe it was a coincidence. Clearly, the appearance of these two behemoths had something to do with the Yao clan. A wild thought lingered in Xiao mind. Perhaps the Yao clan had secretly raised or bred Titan mammoths and Titan giants in the concealed areas of the spirit-concealing mountain range for some dark purpose. A Titan giant? No, this one is probably just a juvenile Titan giant. Hearing Xiao Yan's words, Xun'er lifted her gaze, staring at the terrifying creature before them. She couldn't help but mutter, the three titans of the Titan family, the Emperor Titan, the Titan giant, and the Titan mammoth. They represent the pinnacle of power in the magical beast world, true giants in every sense. Even though this one is still in its juvenile stage, it's probably still incredibly difficult to deal with. After all, the Titan giant is known for its strength. One punch, one kick, and it can shake mountains and split the earth. Its destructive power is terrifying. This creature is even stronger than the Titan mammoth. Roar! 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 The Titan giant slammed its fists onto its chest repeatedly, producing an ear-splitting roar that turned into countless sound waves, charging toward Xiao Yan and Xun'er. Xiao Yan, wait. It doesn't seem to mean any harm? Just as Xiao Yan was about to act, Xun'er couldn't help but speak up. Thanks to the power of the reincarnation seal, Xun'er could sense the Titan giant's mood shifts more clearly. It seemed its target was the young man in her hands? What's going on? Xiao Yan was confused, but before he could make any move, he saw the Titan giant take a swift step and charge straight toward him. Its arms, covered in thick, dense silver fur, were marked with beautiful, sensual rock patterns. These patterns, like the finest works of the gods, flowed endlessly, but Xiao Yan knew that the Titan giant's inherent divine power was likely closely tied to these markings. Whoosh! Whoosh! The Titan giant reached Xiao Yan, but instead of attacking, it bypassed him. Clearly, Xiao Yan had also given off a dangerous aura. Then, the giant crouched, extending its massive fingers toward Yao Shigui behind Xun'er. What's happening? Xiao Yan was utterly bewildered. This thing probably has something to do with it. Xiao Yan, look. Xun'er looked innocently at Xiao Yan, waiting for his response. Give it to it. Xiao Yan nodded, but his body was ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. If the Titan giant made any hostile move, he would strike immediately. Vroom vroom. Xun'er gently pulled the unconscious Yao Shigui with her sacred flame, then silently placed him into the Titan giant's palm. Boom, boom. The moment the Titan giant caught Yao Shigui, its body trembled with excitement, causing the ground to shake and the entire valley to quake. Whoosh! Shortly after, Yao Shigui's clothes tore apart, and faint blood-red patterns slowly appeared on his body. These are the divine power markings of the Titan giant? Why does Yao Shigui have divine power markings of the Titan giant race? These markings represent the Titan giant's power. Xiao Yan couldn't help but murmur in envy. The markings, which represented the Titan giant's power, undoubtedly played an extremely important role. Xiao Yan speculated that they were at least on the level of his dragon god transformation. Boom, boom, boom. The juvenile Titan giant cheered, and mysterious patterns appeared on its body as well. These patterns perfectly merged with the power on Yao Shigui's body. Creak. Moments later, a lightning-fast surge of energy entered Yao Shigui's body. The Titan giant's body trembled slightly, and in the blink of an eye, it disintegrated, turning into chunks of rock that fell quietly into the valley. It didn't feel like the Titan giant had fallen. Instead, it seemed to have preserved itself in a very unique way. What's this? Xun'er, ever knowledgeable, was puzzled. According to ancient records, this should be the Titan giant's method of evolution. The Titan giants draw power from mountains, rivers, and rocks, and their evolution is unique. Perhaps soon, this juvenile will mature, and its power will surge from its current late 7-star Docian level to the true 8-star level. If it evolves into the legendary Golden Wheel Titan Giant, its power may rival the human reincarnation level, Xiao Yan said, rubbing Xun'er's little head affectionately. Is it okay? With the Titan Giant's disappearance, Yao Shigui's body began to stir. The glow on him faded, and faint signs of awakening appeared. Xiao Yan quickly rushed into the air and caught him. Big brother, I'm fine. I think I remember a big guy, Yao Shigui tried to recall. That was the Titan Giant. It seems to have some deep connection with you. Xiao replied directly, without hiding anything. There are some treasures above. They were given to me by that big guy. They can slowly unlock the power within me. I may need to go into seclusion here for a while, Yao Shigui said gravely. Since you're going into seclusion, then I'll give you something good. Here, this is for you. Xiao gently took out the sealed violet demon pill he had refined and handed it to Yao Shigui. This is a 6th grade immortal class, heaven tier sealed violet demon pill. Big brother, this is too precious. I can't accept it. Yao Shigui's eyes widened in surprise. Although he wasn't an alchemist, having been part of the Yao clan for so long, he knew the value of such a pill. You and I are fated. Consider this a gift from me. If you feel uncomfortable with it, then in the future, if I encounter any difficulties, just help me in return, Xiao said with a carefree smile. Clearly, the pill that most people would deem priceless was nothing but trivial to him. Thanks, big brother, Yao Shigui said. At this moment, a warm current slowly surged in his heart. With the help of this pill and the things just given to him by the Titan giant, he would be able to fully uncover the secrets within his body. I'm going into seclusion. As a return gift, I'll leave the grayish light cluster above the valley for big brother, Yao Shigui said. As soon as he finished speaking, a layer of silver rock slowly appeared around his body, connecting him with the Titan giant's transformed rock below, clearly entering a deeper level of seclusion. With such terrifying assistance, it seemed that when he emerged, his body would undergo a qualitative leap. What could be inside? After making his arrangements, Xiao, hand in hand with Xun'er, walked towards the grayish light cluster atop the layered clouds. Just as they approached the cluster, a suffocating aura emanated from it. Suddenly, Xiao dragon god transformation began to boil within his body, as though the item before them possessed a deadly attraction for him. This is the ancient dragon source blood crystal? After a brief moment, as Xiao released his spiritual power, the feedback that returned revealed an immense, vast aura within the grayish light cluster, resembling an abyss or sea. Ancient dragon source blood crystal? Xun'er, with her stunning looks, gazed at Xiao in slight surprise. With her immense strength and perception, she could naturally sense a highly oppressive aura emanating from the grayish light cluster atop the valley's rock formations. If this aura could cause such a terrifying fluctuation in someone as powerful as Xun'er, at the mid-stage of the 8-star Do Xian, then the item within this light cluster was certainly extraordinary. This is a good thing. I've been worried about not having the opportunity to cultivate the 4th transformation of the Dragon God transformation. It looks like this time, heaven is truly helping me, Xiao said, grinning with excitement. His eyes became fiery, and he couldn't help but rub his fists in anticipation. His body moved swiftly as he stepped into the rocky area of the layered clouds. Simply put, this is a crystal that contains dragon blood. Dragons are among the top beings in the Great Thousand Worlds. Their bones and blood are masterpieces of nature. However, due to their high status, when a dragon falls, its powerful kin will retrieve its remains, and the blood will never be left in the Great Thousand Worlds for other beings to trample upon. However, this crystal is extremely mysterious. Its material is exceptionally tough, and having grown in the magma of a volcano for thousands of years, shaped by countless fiery flames, it took 1,000 years to form and 10,000 years to refine. Based on my guess, these crystals may have attracted the attention of certain dying dragon experts, who, in their desperation, consumed the remnants of the dragon's blood, causing rare mutations, and thus formed this priceless treasure. This crystal can preserve and store dragon blood for an extended period. For cultivators practicing dragon techniques or those relying on dragon blood, this is a treasure. Xiao couldn't hide his excitement, speaking fervently. Whoosh whoosh. With a soft sound, flames erupted from Xiao body, gently dispersing the gray mist covering the ancient dragon source crystals. Suddenly, several purple crystals, shaped like dragon bodies, emerged. 1, 2, 3 pieces? Moreover, their material is nearly perfect, and they contain authentic dragon blood. TSK. In a blink, Xiao couldn't help but click his tongue in admiration. His luck was truly incredible. The crystals were surrounded by powerful formations, but since Xiao Yin was practicing the Dragon God transformation, these restrictions were nothing to him. Xun'er, there are still 2 days before the auction starts. Give me 1 day. I'll cultivate the 4th transformation of the Dragon God transformation here, and then we can leave. Xiao Yin said excitedly, and after speaking, he gently cut a piece of the Dragon Source Crystal and began to cultivate the 4th transformation of the Dragon God transformation. Humph. What a fool. I'm way more beautiful than these 2 broken crystals, Xun'er muttered. Looking at Xiao Yin like this, she was both pleased and annoyed, her little tiger teeth buzzing like a devulus. However, she carefully collected the remaining 2 pieces of the ancient Dragon Source crystals, temporarily keeping them for Xiao Yin, intending to hand them over once he had successfully completed his cultivation. That is the power of the Dragon Clan's bloodline. Moreover, without the Dragon Clan's aura to guide it, if one were to carelessly open the crystal block, they would likely be consumed by it, leaving not even a trace of their remains. After completing all of this, Xun'er cautiously surveyed the surroundings of the valley, waiting for Xiao Yin to succeed. However, Xun'er had positioned herself several dozen meters away from him, sitting on a high platform. Her flawless jade-like feet gently swayed, looking quite beautiful. The 1st transformation of Dragon God Strength is Body Tempering, the 2nd is Dragon Might, the 3rd is the Dragon Arm. With the Baxia scale, I wonder what the 4th transformation will be. The Dragon Source Crystal was held tightly in Xiao Yan's hand, and streams of warm energy slowly flowed through the crystal, clearly drawn by the Dragon Clan's aura within Xiao Yin. Through his previous experience with the Dragon Blood Martial Emperor, Xiao Yin already knew that the 5th transformation of Dragon God Strength was the Dragon God's Claw. But he was curious about the 4th transformation. Under the Dragon God's Claw, all things are annihilated. However, Dragon God Strength can only be cultivated 1 transformation at a time, so there was no need to rush. 4th transformation of Dragon God Strength. Refining the body with Dragon Clan blood, combining the first 3 transformations of Dragon God Strength. After the 4th transformation, the body becomes as powerful as that of a Dragon Clan member, and upon activation, it possesses terrifying and unpredictable powers that even gods and ghosts cannot fathom. With the ancient Dragon Source Crystal in hand, Xiao Yan's soul energy entered his body and began to probe the path of cultivation for the 4th transformation of Dragon God Strength. Ancient and sacred sounds echoed in his mind. There's no specific explanation. How strange. Forget it. Focusing on the task at hand is more important. Break for me. Xiao Yin suddenly rejoiced as the brilliant amber sacred flame burst forth, slowly burning the Dragon Source Crystal. However, the hardness of the ancient Dragon Source Crystal exceeded Xiao Yan's expectations. Even using the sacred flame's origin for refining and burning, it took a full 6 hours to loosen the crystal. If using the power of the Great Sky Seed, it might take days, and with ordinary flames, it would likely take months. It's starting. After 6 hours, Xiao Yan's energy had fully recovered to its peak. He then focused his gaze, his expression growing serious as he watched the Dragon Source Crystal. The Dragon Source Crystal, now burned open, suddenly transformed into a massive energy dragon, completely fire-red, silently coiling in front of Xiao Yin. Despite this, Xiao Yan's heart raced. The more powerful the force, the greater the cost and price. Boom! A loud roar erupted as the dazzling suction force from Xiao Yan's body surged forth, drawing the energy dragon, which contained the essence of dragon blood, into his body to begin refining. Wum, wum, wum. The energy dragon, upon approaching Xiao Yan's skin, let out mournful roars even before entering his body. Although the 4th transformation of Dragon God Strength also required dragon blood refining, it was completely different from the 1st transformation. While the 1st transformation only tempered the body's surface, the 4th transformation's refinement comes from the soul, deep into the bones, limbs, and marrow. The pain was so intense it could numb the mind. Those with weak willpower might easily go astray, losing themselves in the process. Xiao Yin, brother. Seeing Xiao Yin, now entirely fire-red, with a massive fiery energy dragon dancing across his body, Xun'er couldn't help but clench her delicate hand, her voice heavy with concern. No need. Sensing Xun'er preparing to intervene, Xiao forced a smile, his body tense, every hair on end, and beads of sweat dripping down continuously. Whoosh whoosh. After several minutes, the rare roars and torment slowly faded away. A supreme dragon-like aura surged from Xiao body, and his physique, once human, seemed to morph into something unrecognizable, neither human nor dragon.